Hey everybody, it's the Brandt for Portal Games, Portal Game Podcast, and today I'm going to do a little run-through of Yukon Airways by Leduc here, and show off this game to you. So I'm going to do a solo play. So in the solo mode, I'm trying to reach two different things. I need to travel to a certain number of locations, and I need to earn a certain amount of money. So money is basically my victory points. So those are the two kind of things I'm doing here. So I've got my initial setup. I am the Cessna 172 plane here, seaplane, and I'm basically trying to go and drop off passengers at various locations in the Yukon region of Canada. Is kind of the idea here. So that's where we're at. To do that, it's going to be some dice drafting and some card play. In terms of other things that I'm doing, there's kind of three phases to a round. So we'll have the boarding phase, the flight phase, and the income phase. And I'm going to do this over the course of a week. Take Monday off, get the other days, and by Sunday, see how much money I have. I start with $3. Normally, in a regular or a multiplayer game, I would start with a special ability. But in this one, I get to choose something that I want to start with, so I get one upgrade on my board here. So I've got my current fuel, my fuel kind of income. This is an ability where I can spend cards to get extra fuel. This is my hand size. This is my draw limit. And this is my Christmas bonus. These are points that I get at the end of the game, or money that I get at the end of the game. And a bunch of other bonuses that I can switch on here as well. So I actually just took the hand size one so that I can have 4 cards in my hand. Initially I have 6. And at the end of the round, I'll need to go to that number. Quick shout out to Jason Dinger, who sent me one of his Dinger's Thingers here, so I'm using that to hold the cards. So thank you, Jason, for that. And I'll try to stay out of the view here as well. And then here I've got the special actions or ways I can earn resources for this game. So this one is if I travel to these farthest locations, I can turn on a bonus. I can gain an upgrade. Here I get $1 for every yellow die I drop off, and here I get a fuel for every blue die I drop off. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to start to work through the game. I'm trying to maximize the number of different cubes I get in different locations to get more points at the end of the game and whatnot. But we'll jump in. So the first thing I'm going to do is the boarding phase. So in the boarding phase, I'm going to choose one of these gates, and when I go to one of these gates, I can then take all the dice of a single color there, as well as get the bonus ability on that spot. So I think looking at my cards here, I think initially maybe I'll just try to make a quick trip. I noticed that I'm missing a cube now that I look here at Skagway. So Skagway will get this card, or this cube, excuse me. So I want the cubes to end up matching. They don't have to, but if the cubes match the location I go to, I get an upgrade immediately. So I'm trying to draft dice that match those cubes and go to these locations that I have here. I can travel to more than one. I see Tungsten and I see Watson Lake could be a possibility for me, so maybe I'm going to focus on those two and see how I can get there. So let's see what we could do. So if I want to get to these two, I'm going to need these colors here. They both have red dice, so I could try to focus on red. So let's try to do that. So I'm going to go to this gate here. So this gate special ability allows me to transfer one die from a gate to an adjacent gate. So I'm going to move that die, and I also gain a fuel. So I get one fuel here. And then now I can spend money. It's $1 per transfer. So I'm going to transfer this red die 2 spaces for $2, and now I can draft both of these red dice, which will go over here. Oops, sorry, I'm in the way. So I've got those red dice now. Okay, so after I draft, then I gain fuel for my empty spaces on my plane, so I'm going to get 2 more fuel, as well as I would gain whatever fuel I have here. Currently my fuel income is 0, so I don't get any there for that. Alright, so then I move on to the flight phase, so I'm going to use a card. So I want to go to Watson Lake, so I will put that card here in front of me. I'm kind of hiding those for the moment being. So I go to Watson Lake. To travel to Watson Lake takes 3 fuel, so I spend 3 fuel, end up there, and then I can drop off a die at Watson Lake. So I will do such. When I do that, I get this red cube, put it on Watson Lake here, and now I get an upgrade. So what I want to do, I think I will increase my fuel income. That seems like that could work well. Awesome. Now I've gone to Watson Lake. It would be another player's turn, but it's a solo play, so I can fly again. So now I'm going to fly up here to Tungsten. That takes 2 fuel. I will spend 2 fuel, go to Tungsten, and I will drop off this red die. I can drop off more than 1 die, and there are ways to get dice of different colors as well, but I put that one there, and I get another upgrade. So this time, let's take... Oh, what do we want to take? Let's be able to draft 2 different colors. So I'm going to turn this one on. This lets me draft 2 different colored dice when I draft dice at the beginning of the round. So now when I do that, notice here I've got these 2 upgrades. I've got these upgrades with the money icon, so I can take another card with the same icon and I can tuck that in. And then way up here in the corner of the board, you'll see these bonuses. So if I do 3 money icons, 1, 2, 3, I get $3. I can also get fuel, and I can also use these wrenches to gain additional upgrades. Awesome. So then I move on to the income phase. I collect money equal to where I ended up. So this is a 4, so I get $4 plus 1 money for each of these. And I would want to check these bonuses here. I didn't drop off any yellow dice. I didn't drop off any blue dice. And I did not do this. These ones would actually activate immediately had I done yellow or blue dice. I would have that. I didn't travel any of those locations up there. So that is that. So I'm going to get 4, 5, 6. These cards are discarded. These dice get rolled and put back where I roll them. So the numbers don't really matter other than where they go. What did I say? $6. And now I have $6. And I am good to go. All right. That is that. So then at the end of the round, I would draw 2 cards. My hand size is 4, so I'll have to get rid of one of these cards. Got Taco Bar, I got Inuvik, so I could try to get way up there. I'm probably not going to get there now. I do have 3 of this kind, so I could try to do Fort Norman or Taco Bar. Those are kind of far away. I wish I had 1 more. By the way, the other thing you could do, it's kind of here on your player board, you could take any 3 cards to travel to any location. So 3 cards are a wild. I can do that as well. I guess I will get rid of this one for now and see what I can do with all these. The day moves up. My marker would reset. Normally, there would also be, for a non-solo game, this would determine turn order, so we would go back up there to do turn order, and whoever was in this spot would get to fly first, so sometimes you can beat people to other locations. In terms of that, I'm just going to leave mine here and just move the turn marker up each turn. Alright, so there is that. So now I am on to the next turn, so I guess I'm trying to fly to one of these spots. Oh, I forgot to mention, your plane goes back to Whitehorse. So I have to go back to Whitehorse and start over. So if I want to go to Fort Norman here, I can fly more than 1 city at a time. So that would cost me 1, plus 4 is 5, 6, 7 to get up there. Taco Bar is 1, 4, 7. So each of these are 7 if I want to try to get to those locations. So I'm probably looking at trying to gain fuel. I do have a fuel income here. So I feel like I could make that work. If I do that, I'm going to want to have dice. So I'm looking here is red and yellow, and this one is blue and green. So I think what I'll do is I'll go here. There's no dice. I get 2 fuel, but then I can pay $1 for each of these. So that will cost me $2 to do that. And now I can draft both these dice, because remember I turned on the one where I get different colors. So now I have these 2 different dice, and I'm looking to go up here and drop off 2 passengers. If I get to a location and there are no passengers or they don't match, I'll get a gray cube instead. This represents that the passengers went there, it was a business trip or whatever, there was no point of interest for them. But it still counts towards your total of locations that you went, you just don't get the upgrade. Alright, so that is my boarding phase. So now I've got 2 empty fuel markers here, plus I get 1 for my income, so I'm actually at 7. So now on my turn during the flight phase, 1, 5, 6, 7, I can fly up to here. That costs me all of my fuel. And then I can drop off both of these dice. Ooh, actually, I forgot. You can only drop off one die, so I will need to use all 3 of these cards as a wild. I forgot that in my planning, but that's okay. And that's Taco Bar, not Fort Norman. So now I could drop off 1, 2. So again, one card can only hold 1 die, so I need to do that. Both of these will go here. Having more than one in a location doesn't matter. There is a bonus here for cubes that you have the most of, a single color you have the most of, you get $2 at the end of the game. So we can use that. So I will get 2 upgrades. So I'm very low on cards. So I think I'm just going to do card draw and move that up twice so that I have more cards. And then I look at where I stopped, which is here. So I get 7 income, 8, 9. Also note, I dropped off a blue, so I get a single fuel. Roll these dice. Get 9 income. I will put 1 back to take a 10. That's 17 points. I visited 3 different locations. And then the end of the round, this will move up and I will draw 4 cards and I get to keep all 4. Alright, so we've got fuel here. We're getting low. Reset back to here. So for the 3rd round, we've got to figure out where we want to go. This Dawson City might be a spot for us because it's not too far away. We're a little low on fuel. I would need 2 cards to be able to drop that off. I also would like to get fuel. I have these 3 cards that could give me fuel for that, but I would need 3 of a kind, so I'd have to go to one of these locations. I'm certainly not going to Old Crow. That is 8 away. So that would be tough for me to get to fuel-wise. So it looks like I'm just going to go to Dawson City and hold some cards. So if I go to Dawson City, I'll probably just drop off a single cube there. So let's see where we could go. To get to Dawson City, we're going to need 4 fuel, so that wouldn't be so bad. Especially if we're only taking 1 die. So let's try to be a little bit profitable in what we're doing. And we can drop off a yellow. Sorry, a pink. So let's drop off this pink. So we'll take this 1 pink die. By the way, these gates connect, so if I wanted to bring that yellow around to here, I could pay $1. This one allows me to pay $1 and upgrade something. So I'm going to pay that $1 upgrade. And I am going to... I'm going to turn on... that would have been interesting if I had done that. I'm going to try on this one where now I get... yeah, you know what? I'm going to plan for this. I'm going to try on this one where I can discard cards to get bonus fuel. So every card would count as a bonus fuel for me. So I'm a little low on fuel. So look over here. 1, 2, 3 fuel. Plus I have 1 income, so I gain 4 fuel. And now I'm ready for my flight phase. I'm going to fly 1, 2, 3, 4 to Dawson City. Use my Dawson City card. I don't have any wrenches to put behind there. I'd like to get an upgrade. I will fly to Dawson City, drop this one off, which gives me an upgrade. So since I'm going to draw a bunch of cards, I think I'm just going to keep kind of going with this card mechanic in terms of that. And I drop the pink die off at Dawson City. And I have no more places that I want to go. I do have 1 fuel, but I'm not going to have enough to go there. So I finish the round. I do my income phase. I get $4 plus 1. I had no bonuses here, so that's going to give me $5. Fly back. Reset my die. Discard. Move to Friday. Draw 4 cards. This time I can hold 5. These are my cards that I've got. So I would really like to go to Destruction Bay. I could also go to Skagway, so I could do something along those lines. I think I'll get rid of this tungsten because I've already been there. And I've got to pick 1 more. I'd like to get an upgrade. I could go to these 2, use this one for an upgrade. So I think I'll get rid of this tungsten for now. And we're just going to kind of stay around here, prepping to probably try to go to Old Crow in one of the last rounds because there's lots of bonuses there. So we're going to look towards something like that. All right, so we want to draft dice. We can get 2 different colors. So we're looking here. We've got yellow, we've got blue, we've got green. We can already take 2 different colors, so we don't have to worry too much about that. We do need fuel, so the question is, do we kind of go here? It's going to cost 1, 2, 3 to go to those 2, so that's not too bad. So maybe we'll give up money for fuel. So we'll go here to get 2 fuel, and then we'll take the yellow and green by doing this, which will cost us $2. And now we have these 2 dice. We can take 2 different colors because we have this one here. Then we get 2 fuel plus 1 more. So we're going to try to save up some fuel for a big fuel round next turn. All right, so now we're on to the flight phase. We'll fly down here to Skagway. We're going to use this Skagway card. And we're going to drop off a green die in Skagway, get this bonus. Again, we're trying to do this because in solo mode we have to visit at least 8 locations. That's my 5th location. So I'm trying to make sure I do that in order to get there and then have money. So that's going to give me an upgrade. I think I'll increase my fuel income. It'll be my best place to go. And then I'm going to, for my next action, fly here to Destruction Bay. Oops, I didn't spend my 1 to go to Skagway. And then 2 to go to Destruction Bay. I will drop off a yellow there. Notice I have 2 of these now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide a card. I can slide any card with a matching symbol under it, and that will give me 3. So let me finish resolving this. I put my die here. Whenever I do yellow, I get 1 income. So I will get this 1 income here. And whatnot. So that will be that one that I get from my bonus here. I put the yellow here and I get an upgrade. And then I also get an upgrade for these 3 of a kind as well. So I'm really trying to fly as far as I can. I think I'll be able to mostly fill up my fuel. I'll be able to use this. So I'm going to try to look for some other things that I could do. I'm going to try to drop off 2 dice here. So this one allows me to put 2 dice on 1 card. And what else do I want to do for my second upgrade? I'm going to be at a good number of cards. You know what? I'll just increase this so I have as many cards as I can get. So those will be my 2 upgrades. I finished the round. I'm not going to get a lot of money. 1, 2, 3, 4. I already took my $1 for that. So it's just $4 this turn. I'll trade in this 6 to get a 10. And then I'm going to discard these, move this up, roll my dice to go here, and draw my cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. I reset back to here. Ooh, I got another Old Crow card, so that's interesting. So I could possibly drop off 3 dice if I am fancy. I can pick the same spot because normally I would set up to there, reset up to there, and be able to come down here. So I need pink and red. I'm going to gain 2 fuel. And, I can't. Oh, I could drop off 3 dice because I could do an additional one just to drop off another one. Because each die at Old Crow is worth 2 additional dollars. So dropping off something and getting a gray is still worth it. So I might be considering something fancy like that. So to get red and pink, I probably want to go somewhere like here, which would give me 1, and then I'm going to get 2, and if I fill that up... Alright, let's try it out. So I'm going to go here. This lets me do a gate transfer of 1, plus give me a fuel. Then I'm going to pay 1 and 1 to move these. So I pay $2, and then move those, and I can take 2 different colors. I can take all of these. I then have 1 fuel here, plus 2 here, gives me 3 fuel. And now I can try to get myself to Old Crow, although I didn't think about the fact that I need to stop somewhere along the way. Oh, no, because I can spend cards. So I'm going to fly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In order to do that, I'm going to have to discard a card. So I have been to Tungsten... and I've got an extra card. So, do I have too many? Nope. I will get rid of that card, so I can discard up to 2 for fuel. So it's probably worth tracking that I did 1. I'm not going to do another one this round. but I can use 2 cards as fuel, so that lets me get above this. I use all my fuel to get there. Then once I'm there, I'll use this card to drop off these 2 dice, because again, on a card I can put 2 dice. And I'll get these 2, which gives me 2 upgrades. So at this point, we may just increase our Christmas bonus. And then I will use this one to drop off this die. Now there's no cube there, so I get a gray cube instead. And that's how that'll work. Now the reason I do all that at the end of the round, notice I dropped off a die here. So if I drop off a die here, then I get to use a bonus. So we're just going to keep going with this Christmas bonus. Then we're going to get $8, $9, $10, $11, plus 2 for each of these. $12, $13, $14, $15, $16, $17. So we get $17, which was very good. Thank you, Old Crow, for your passengers. And we reset for the last day of the week to see where we're at. Pretty fast solo game. In terms of all that, draw my 4 cards. So we've gone to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 locations. We need to go to at least 8. We probably want to try to visit 2 if we can. So I'm looking at Cinnamon Strip and Taco Bar would help us to kind of increase all of that. So let's see what bonuses we have there in terms of that. So Cinnamon Strip, Taco Bar. I think I'd really like to get this money bonus, so I think I'll hold these. I'm not sure that it makes a big difference otherwise. Alright, so Cinnamon Strip and Taco Bar looks like we're going to need yellow and blue, so I'm looking at that first location there as pretty good to be able to help us out. So I think I'll just go here and I can draft yellow and blue. Gonna need a significant amount of fuel, but I now get 2 plus 2 is 4 fuel. I'm gonna need 1, and then I'm gonna need 6. So we'll have to figure that out as we work our way up there. But we can discard cards, so we should be okay. We discard 2 cards, 4, 5, 6. Uh-oh. I'm gonna be a little bit short here. I think so. Because we can discard 2. So we're going to need to go here. And we get 1 fuel in addition, plus a free transfer. We're going to have to pay $2. So now we will have enough fuel to be able to get there. Alright. That will stay the same. I have to pay my $2. Sorry for the take-backsies. All right, so now I'm going to fly here to Cinnamon Strip, which will cost, I will use this one. Sorry about that. And I will tuck these 2 cards behind it, so I get a $3 bonus for going there. I will land there and take a yellow cube. Nope. Take a blue cube. Put my die there. Get an upgrade. Let's just keep taking money. And then I spend 1 fuel. And then I want to fly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up here. So I will get rid of these 2 cards for my fuel. 6 gets me to Taco Bar. Just in time to celebrate for the last day of the week. End of the work week. Flying people around. I'll just take another Christmas bonus. And that one works out nicely. So then, at the end of the day, I get 7, 8, 9. I also dropped off a blue, and I would have gotten a fuel. I just realized that. Missed that one. So I was okay before when I drafted here. And I would get $1 for dropping this one off as well. 7, 8, 9. So that will give me $10 over here. Make a little change with these. I got a 25 and a 25 here. So I'm at $50. That's looking good. And that would be the end of the game. So I don't need to do any of this reset. So then at the end of the game, there's a few other things that I would get points for. So I would get points for the number of locations that I visited. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 locations. So that's going to give me 29 more dollars. And then I will get a bonus, my Christmas bonus, which is 13 bucks. So I'll turn in this 2 to get 15. And then I would get a bonus here. If I had this turned on, I would look for which cubes I had the most color of. I've got three reds, so I would get $6 more if I had that. So let's look. I've visited 9 locations. Do I have $70? I do. I have $75, $85, $90, $92. So I've met this threshold, but only 9 locations. I am a sourdough. So there you go. That's Yukon Airways. Really fun kind of dice drafting, planning game. You can see the solo game there. A little more interactive in terms of what's happening out here. There's a number of cubes equal to the number of players, so that gives you more chance to visit. And then in 3 and 4 players, there's 1 more die of each color, so it kind of makes those things. And there's 9 of these cards to kind of change up the gameplay. Well, that's a play of Yukon Airways, everybody, brought to you by The Portal. I'm the Brandt, and until next time, we hope you step into the portal.